Hey man, welcome back to Man Time. Today's episode, I have got all of my favorite chainsaws sitting right here on this backhoe, and we are going to go through every one of them. I'm going to explain why they're my favorites, why they would be a good saw for you. We're going to weigh them and we're going to test them. I'm going to show them all in the wood, in the same piece of wood, probably going up, down, up. Even the little hand saws are going to get a chance to compete. Welcome to Man Time. Alright man, so where do we start? We got all of my favorite chainsaws. Now what's the common denominator between all of these chainsaws? They start, they're reliable, and they're fun to run. That's basically the long and short of it here. We've got, we'll just start off on the left and go to the right here. We've got a Stihl MS440 completely rebuilt by me, and it is ported. So some of these are ported. They're all ported except the hand saws. The hand saws are just a little finicky. I'm going to get into these 020s at some point in my life, and I've got a couple of them in the weight here. But let's get on with these chainsaws. We've got a Husqvarna 61. Now the 61 here, again, completely tore down, rebuilt, ported by me with a 52mm top end, making it a 272. So we'll go over the specs, I guess, as we're going here. 36 by 50, 72 cc. 34 by 52, 72 cc. The Stihl 020 AV. Now this is a little, I can't even remember the specs on it, but it's around 35 cc's. This Husqvarna, this one's been rebuilt by me several times. Got a new top end on it, new piston from Red Barn. And this one, completely rebuilt by me with a new Husqvarna top end and piston in this one. That's on my channel. All these saws being rebuilt are on my channel if that's something you want to see. Make sure to subscribe so you can go back through, get on my videos page, and look at all these chainsaws. Moving over here a little bit further, we've got hammers. This one, again, completely rebuilt by me. Ported, big bore, 52mm, all the tricks done to it, machine work, pop-up. 77 cc's on this one, 52 by 36 stroke. Then we come over to this side. We've got Jonsered 2165 Turbo. This one is, again, completely redone, tore down, ported by me, fresh seals, you know, the whole bit, machine work, pop-up piston, big 1-inch exhaust mod. All of these have an exhaust mod on them. I think except the 020, which is just exhaust modded from the factory. Be nice if they did that still, wouldn't it? And then Stihl 036. Again, completely tore down and rebuilt by me. This one has the Stihl top end with a new pop-up piston from Duke's. Really nice one. So all these, why are they on the backhoe here? Like I said, they're all reliable. They're all fun to run, fast. But beyond that, they do all actually serve a little bit of a different purpose. The newest one in the lineup is this 440, but I can tell that him and I are going to get along just fine. That one and the 61, those two are like interchangeable for large to medium large sized wood. I just did a comparison test on it, and like in smaller wood, they're just about equally as fast. In larger wood, I think they're going to be equally about as fast, maybe a little bit of an edge to the 440. But the fun factor on the 61, it's definitely, both of them, they'll cut wood for days. And then I like to have a handsaw with me. I usually run a 2-saw program, so I'm going to bring like one of these two and then one of these two, typically, unless I'm going into some bigger wood. And then I'm going to grab hammers over here, which is going to be the 77cc big bore. And that was a 365 special. If I'm going into some smaller wood, I'm going to grab a handsaw and either the 2165 Jonsered or the MS360. If I'm going to be in the woods a long time and I don't see any big trees in my way, I'm grabbing that 036 every time and a handsaw. Let's weigh them up here and see why these have kind of become my favorite. Again, for small to medium-sized wood, I'm grabbing the 2 on the end plus a handsaw. For bigger wood, 77cc, but only for bigger wood, basically for that one. And again, for medium, large to large size wood here, you know, this is kind of the medium wood range. You know, 24-inch logs all day with these two, no problems. Let's put them on the scale, and I'm going to show you the weights on them, and maybe that'll help you figure out why these are my favorite saws. All right, here we go. Weight on the Stihl MS440. Apparently it weighs 0 pounds. Nope, 20 pounds. 20 pounds right there. Husqvarna 61/272. Holy smokes, right on 20 pounds. So apparently they're equally even. Stihl 020 AV, little handsaw. Let's see what we got here. 11.6. Husqvarna 338 XPT. Let's see what we got. Oh my goodness, 11.6. You got to be kidding me. All right, hammers, the big 372, 20.6. Okay, not as heavy as I thought it was going to be. All right, Jonsered 2165 with the light bar on it, 18.8. Very nice. Last but not least, we have got the 036. Let's see what we're going to do here. And 17, the lightest out of the bunch by more than a pound. 1.8 pounds lighter than the next lightest big saw. Alright, man, another big factor in why I chose these saws is cold starting. All of these, you know, are not going to kill you trying to cold start them. There are definitely some saws out there where it is just like, I'm just going to leave it at the house because I can't start the dang thing. Once it gets running, it's fine. But man, the compression on this one is really coming up. Alright, let's see if we can start the MS440. One pull. Now some of these have been ran like more than others. This one especially. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt. Two pulls. Come on, really? Yeah. When they can come up and flash up and restart like that, cold, something really special about that type of saw. You know what I'm saying? All right. Choke, fast idle on the 272. 2. Once you get it flashed up, now it's right there. So there again, ease of startup and then ease of restart, very important, and why these saws are with me in this video, right? Here we go, 020. I think I had this one running a couple days ago too, so it's probably going to be right there. 5. And restart. Yeah. All right. 338 XPT. Now this one hasn't been running a while, but it has the cheater bulb. Right, and I don't mind the cheater bulb. That's a consumable and a spare that I keep on hand now, just all the time. Nice thing about this one, it has half throttle built in, and you might be wondering, like, why isn't the G111 200T in? I've just had too many reliability issues with it. It stays at the house. So I think I heard it pop on that one. And nice thing about this one, you can pull it back just on the start-stop switch there. Sets half idle. Or you can just click it back a little bit, and it's on. So really nice with the purge bulb. Yeah. All right, hammers. 27 or let's see here. It's gonna be like a 376, I think is the technical name for the big bore. But yeah, compression on this one, just outstanding. Again, machine work, pop up, really short squish, and a decomp on this one because I'm not going to pull this thing over. It's just too hard. And the reason the 281 isn't in the lineup here, that thing, it'll hurt you trying to get it started. Excellent. Again, with the decomp. And now that we're flashed up, decomp. Very nice. I can see I've got some bucket issues going on here, but hopefully we can get through this before they make their way to the ground. Alright, same on this one, except this one's plugged and all kinds of crazy machine work on this one to get it to be just a monster for the... Man, I like this saw. This one hasn't been started in a while. But when it starts, you know it. Saw. Yeah, see, and I've got them all set up like the way that I want them, right? Like each one of these saws is just ready to go. We got 24s on the Stihl and Husqvarna over here. Again, dead evenly matched, weight, power, everything. Fun in runability, but yeah, 24-inch bar, full comp, full chisel, and both of these have 16s, non-safety chain, full comp, full chisel, 28-inch light bar on this one, and then 24-inch light bar on this one. So this one has the same bar as these two. That one, the Oregon VersaCut, it's their version of a light bar, and it is light. So this one here, we're almost 2 pounds lighter than the rest of the lineup, and still 60 cc, and still just a joy to run. And with a 20-inch bar on it, very capable in the field, and again, all kinds of compression. No machine work as far as the base, but the squish was right there at 20 thousandths, so I mean, you get that, and then you just, you know, massage the ports to the timing you want. Again, videos on all these saws on my channel, rebuilding them if you want to see how they were built after you see them ran. Maybe you like that type of stuff and you want to subscribe, and then you want to watch how these are made, and then you want to watch some more of my videos about running some yellow iron. All that stuff's available right here on Man Time. Yeah, this one hadn't been started in a while either. Alright, let's see if it'll restart. So there you go. I mean, that's the main reason why all these saws are just directly at my ready. They all start, they all run, they all tune, they all cut wood, and they all put a smile on my face. So let's cut some wood. All right, let's go ahead and go kind of biggest to smallest here. We'll just start off with the 377 big bore and go from there. I'm going to do a down, up, down. Hopefully I've got enough wood here. Should have enough wood. Down, up, down, and then we'll get to the top handle handsaws eventually here. But we're going to run down kind of through the list of biggest to smallest. Got them warmed up here, should just be able to grab and go. Whew! You having fun yet? Alright, next in the lineup is going to be the Husqvarna 2165. Again, I've pre-warmed all these saws, so I'm just giving them a little listen for tune, and then we'll go straight for the cuts. That's a fun saw to have with you in the field. .036. CC difference starts to show its ugly head right there, right? All right, finally we're down to the hand saws. Yeah, I'm happy with that all day long. And finally, my favorite little hand saw. This saw and I've been through thick and thin. Alright, let's talk about some of the pluses and minuses for all these. Alright, man, that is the lineup of saws that I chose as my favorites. If I were to have to narrow it down a little bit further, it would come down to eliminating one of these two. The saw I would eliminate is the Husqvarna. It's always just been a little bit finicky. It doesn't tune real well until it gets heated up. So you're kind of chasing the tune a little bit on it. But the fun factor is definitely there. I would go with the MS440. Between the two hand saws, man, as many problems as I've had with this 020, every time I run it, it just, smile on my face. But, man, as far as reliability and power, it's got the power. It's not quite as much as the Stihl. It's, about the same weight. They were both, just right there. I think they were dead even, weren't they? So weight isn't a factor. Man, I'd have to go with the Stihl on this one. We've been through too much. Even though it doesn't have a, chain brake or anything, it's awesome. Raw power, digs in, dogs, no doubt about it. So we're down to two saws, both Stihl saws. Who knew? And then as far as like these last three, you saw hammers there. Hammers just, kind of walked away with it. Honestly, nothing. I was digging hammers in there, and you can really see the CC difference when you get down the line, right? When you start going into the 65 and 60 CC, and these are ported too. You aren't going to get this kind of power with an off-the-shelf or, eBay bought saw. And that makes, my next point, which is you should buy an eBay blown-up saw and rebuild it yourself with good parts, and send it off to be ported if you want it to run like that. Or port it yourself. I've got videos on porting, so you can, again, subscribe to my channel, look at my videos. I go through porting, basic, theory and how to do it and how to lay out your port work. I think hammers is a good candidate to watch there if you're really looking to learn how to do it. The 61-272, that was one of my first ones. So if you want some tips from a beginner's point of view, that's a good one to watch. But I just did this 440, couldn't be happier with it. So narrowing it down to like maybe a two-saw plan, the 440 and a little handsaw like that is really where you want to be. Although the Jonsered, again, you're saving a couple pounds. You're going from, well, not even a couple. You're saving about 1.5 pounds, going from 20 down to 19. Yeah, you aren't even saving 1.5 pounds. So, I mean, if you can get more power for the same weight, that's obviously what you want to do. They've all got 24s on them, you know, and the power on these is noticeably more than on that 65cc saw. On the other hand, if you want to start with a 65cc saw, 365 special, and Jonsered 2165, you can put a big bore kit on it, and it makes more power. If you port it right and do some machine work to it, really do it up with a pop-up and everything, deck it, pop-up, you know, the whole works. It does make more power than these two, and definitely the stock 65 or a ported 65. And then way down the line there, you're saving a couple pounds going into the woods for a long day. But again, it doesn't have, you know, that really torquey power. But for like a lemon saw, man, it's a perfect saw. It's a perfect all-day saw. So again, there's pluses. The 440 has it all, in my opinion. If I were just to choose one saw and that was my only saw, it would be the 440. Even though the 365 special ported up has more power, is maybe a little bit more functional with the 28-inch bar. Man, it's tough. I might go with hammers. It's too much. I would have to have both of them in a pinch, just because. I couldn't really decide. I haven't ran this 440 enough to say that it's... This one has been battle tested, so I'm going to go with this one. So I'm switching it up. I'm going Husqvarna big bore for the win, for the one saw plan. But I'm going to take a handsaw with me every time. So handsaw. I may even go straight Husky. I'm going to do a double switch up here. I'm going straight Husky. I'm going 338 XPT and hammers for the win. I don't know. I can't make up my mind. But in smaller wood, I'm going to grab that Jonsered or that Stihl 036. The problem with the 036 is it leaks bar oil. Oddly enough, none of the rest of them leak bar oil. And the 036 doesn't leak bar oil like from the oiler. It leaks it from the cap. And I even put a new cap on there. It still leaks. So I don't know. Anyways, that's the lineup. My perfect saws. I don't know what I'm going to call this video. Top best saws for homesteading and firewood, maybe. Something like that. Anyways, you can see all these saws being built on my channel and being used on my channel going forward. So make sure to subscribe and check those out. Anyways, get out there. Have you some man time too.